Okay, for the codfish, I bought 2 packages of this boned cod, dried cod, and I got this at No Frills. You can get it, and Walmart carries it, and Metro also has it. So I got 2 packages of 454 grams each, and they come in large pieces. And excuse me. So they come in large pieces and they're packed in salt. So the first thing you have to do is wash the salt off, or rinse the salt off. So we use cold water. So we put the large pieces in here. Okay, so the first thing is you rinse the salt off. Put clean water in the bowl. And then these large pieces, you can pull them apart. It'll be easier to get the salt off if they're in smaller pieces. Just break them up. Okay, you give it another rinse. Okay, and now you soak this overnight in a clean water, cold, fresh water. Okay, and you let this soak overnight, and you could change the water a couple of times. Okay, this codfish has soaked overnight, and we're going to take these pieces and just shred them. Just pull them apart. Shred them to bite-sized pieces, whatever size you like to have. If we have some long ones that won't shred, we'll just cut them. Like this one, just cut it. These. We'll shred them. Okay, and once this is all shredded, it'll be ready to add to the onions and garlic that we're going to saute right now. Okay, this recipe we have to slice the onions. I'm going to use this gadget. Okay, so you can either use a gadget like that or a food processor, or you could just slice them by hand. Cut them in half and then just slice them, not too thick. thicker they are, the longer they take to cook. So you can just slice them by hand or by whichever gadget you happen to have. Yeah. We take the 1.5 kilos of potatoes and we cut them into slices, about quarter inch thick. You don't want them too thin or they'll dissolve in the food. Okay, and now we're going to go and fry the onions in some olive oil. Okay, we're going to take the oil and 3/4 of a cup of olive oil, and then we put the 5 cups of onions and the garlic. Now we let the onions saute just a little bit, maybe 2-3 minutes, because they take longer to cook than the potatoes or the fish would. So I like to saute them a little bit first, just 2 or 3 minutes. Okay, the onions sauteed 3 minutes. So now we have a layer of onions. And we're going to put the bay leaves here, and we're going to make 3 layers, one of onions, one of potatoes, and one of fish. And each layer will salt and pepper. So 1 teaspoon of salt here, and a 1/4 teaspoon of pepper. Now we just layer the potatoes in here. Now another teaspoon of salt on top of the potatoes. And another 1/4 teaspoon of pepper. And now on the very top, we put the codfish that we shredded. And on top of the codfish, we don't put any salt. When this has cooked, maybe half hour, 40 minutes, we'll taste for the seasoning. And we put some Portuguese white wine, again the Louis, whatever. We put 1.5 cups of white wine. That was 1 cup, and now another half. And we'll put, also there has to be liquid to reach almost to the top, so we'll put in hot water some hot water. And if you tilt the pot, you could see it's almost to the top. Okay, so now we cover and let this simmer for about 30 minutes or so. We'll be back. I'll let you know how long it took. The codfish has been simmering on low for 40 minutes. So now we can just go under and mix it a little bit, just to make sure the potatoes are cooked and the fish and the onions. Okay, and we're going to taste it for seasoning. Okay, that's good. The salt that was left in the fish was enough to only need a couple of teaspoons of salt for the whole pot. So we're done. So in total, it simmered for 45 minutes.